Good evening, folks. Let's go. All right. Let's begin. Reset. All right. Let's get some going here for reset. For those watching on tape delay, welcome in. It is 9/7. We are ready for the 9/8 T11 updates. Doing my part to make sure I took care of everything prior to reset. All right. Let's do some 3v3. All right. 3v3. I am 18th. Let's see what we got going here. All right, Ash Gunner. No problem. All right. See if we can get in the top 10. It's going to be rough. Let's throw our gorilla on tank on missile. Make that 71 million. Let's see if we have enough to beat his tank. Ugh, too bad. Let's see how close we were. Nope, not close. Probably gear. Yeah. It's gear. Gear will get you every time. Gear will get you every time. All right, let's keep going. Setback. Minor set. Oh, Rich. Sorry, man. I don't want to beat you, but that's how they set it up, my brother. How they set it up. Hey, Amanda. Thanks for joining. How are you this evening? Yo, let's see. All right, missile, air, so air. Yes. I'm ready for T11 as well. I am surely ready. Okay. We are up to 15th. Come on now, top 10. Top 10, we can do this. We can do this. Missile, air, Rich again. Another 10. We got a long climb. Long climb. Is 3v3 is incredibly tough. Yo, what up, Vader? I didn't realize that was you. Good. Happy you joined me, man. Always good. 71. I don't know, Vader. It's gonna be a tough climb here. I can tell you that right now. The 18. I should have put the gorilla. Doc B. Let's see. I'm gonna throw the gorilla on air. Yes. There we go. Dude, who are you telling? Because Swift up front doesn't always equal good, like, offense. Like, if you actually ran the numbers and look at the percentages in there, sometimes it depends. Like, you can mix up your units and run it, but the defense could give you more of a win than putting Swift up front. So when I have, especially with no gorilla, but actually I have to move Swift on here. I was playing around with Swift. I've moved them all around this week. Hold on a second, let me see. Jump, I think, yeah, gotcha. So actually, we're gonna run Swift on the left. It's funny, I've been playing around with a lot of the numbers. I've run like, I think it was like over the last 175. Hey, thanks, Amanda. Appreciate the super sticker. Vader. So I ran around 100 and so as you know, I said that I had surgery on Thursday, so I've had a lot of downtime over the weekend. So I think over the last 2 days I've run 190 sample battles to look at the data, the numbers from each battle, and play it out onto a spreadsheet to see actually where everybody is. I ran it with no gear, no gorilla. I've been running all kinds of stuff, just getting samples like what gear is best, what gear goes on there. It's really the only way to do it. Everybody says, oh, put the gun on, because that's number one. Put the radar is best. But where are the numbers? Where are the numbers that speak to it? So I'm actually running figures and numbers on everybody in every position. What's funny is like air versus tank, especially in the beginning with no gorilla, DVA back left and Carly left with Morrison in the middle, like win out crazy with the numbers. So anyway, I'll share that all in a video breakdown, but I've been messing around with squad formations like insane. I'm obsessed. So you soon will be obsessed by seeing it in videos. And you can see the breakdowns and run your own tests, because that's really what we all need to do, is just run our own tests. The more data we get, the better we are. Like, everybody just listens to everybody on where to put stuff, but we really need to start getting down to running our own tests and running our own data and sharing it with one another as far as what those tests say, instead of just blindly listening to this person and that person. So anyway, all right, so let's see what we got going. Okay, I ran Doc B already. So let's see what we did with Doc B. I think I lost last time. Oh no, I beat him. Okay. Doc B, I beat him. Gorilla in the middle. Okay. We got this. Park B. How we doing with time? All right, we're good. We're good. We're up to 14. Eventually, I'm going to hit some walls, as I like to say, because I'm just not going to be able to get through them. We'll hit some big boys pretty soon. All right. Let's keep moving. Up to 13. Come on now. Wow, this winner is a big boy, though. Dragon. All these people are big, by the way. I mean, they're way bigger than I am. L&L Dragon is 197. I'm only 187. If you want to see how big these people are, they're really, really large. We're gonna take on Root here. You go into this server and you look at how big this total hero power that I'm messing around with. I mean, you're looking at 365, but Koi's 283, Tong's 272, Eel's 265, 254. I'm around 237 right now. So these are all way above. I'm punching up. Let's put it that way. I am punching up. So, but we keep winning. Winner's too strong. Winner's been tough for me to overcome. This 219, just so big. All right, so let's see. Give it the good old college try, but yeah. Okay, if I throw the gorilla on the missile, I can take 1 out of 3, I think, from winner, but oh, again, I'm going to have to fight winner. So we'll throw the gorilla here, but it'll only give us 1. It's not going to give us the win. See? So, is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. Oh, King. Yeah, this is... I could take 1 from King. I could take the missile 71 over 76. I could take 1 of King's. We'll see. Oh, watch me make me a liar, but... I did the other day. Yeah, see? I get 1 of King's. And let me tell you, that's a huge accomplishment to take anything from King. King's a beast. So, let's see. Who do we got up here? I know I can beat. I beat Koi. I know I could beat Tong. Is Tong in my revenge list? No. No. I can beat a couple of them up there. 63. Let's see. Do air missile. Let's throw the gorilla here to be safe. We're gonna throw the gorilla here. No, still couldn't beat him. Damn, that is a... Yeah, killing me. It is a tough road right now. Again with this guy. Again with this guy. It's just a battle. It's just not even close. It's the gear. That's what makes the difference between these battles. I'm telling you, all the battles that you watch, the number one thing you look at for this, I bet you it's all red. All red. I knew it. It's such a difference, that gear. I'm telling you. I don't just preach it for no reason. Like, that gear makes all the difference in the world when you're in these battles. Alright, we're going to take this one out. No problem. Let's see if I can get you for 3. Nope. My tank is so weak. My tank really needs a lot of work, but I gotta focus on 2 teams right now. trying to be elite for 3 squads is like whale stuff. That's like Hulk and King and Root, and like it's difficult. I'm just trying to get a second squad to be elite right now, and that's all gear. I keep getting hit with this guy, man. I'm not gonna sit here and change all my gear. If I changed all my gear around, just these 2 people. Again, same thing. Same people. And this person, they're doing it. I mean, it's really a smart play by them, how they're playing this. So I'll show you like the trick that they're using. So they're letting this winner was just hanging around the 12-13 spot. And that's on purpose, because if he hangs out down here anyway, then you run into him and he acts as like a shield. He's so strong. Both of these guys at Benexus, the McGee Jester, like they're so strong that if they hang around, I mean, look at this winner. It's 292. Like, that's huge. It's just so big. If they hang around that middle area there, then you're going to run into them, and they act like a shield. So, you know, my shields are up here. My shields are in the top 3 out of 4. Those would be my shields. Their shields right here. So, acts as kind of like a blocker for me, and that's why I just keep running into him over and over again. But it's okay. The goal is to just kind of hang around right now. And I can mess around with my gear a little bit more and see if there's anything I can do to sneak into the top 10. It is a tough pool this week. Like, it's crazy tough. So, is it... red prints will be available now. Yes, sir. Red prints will be available in the Honest Store. Gonna make a video too. Everybody's been asking me, what should I do? Prioritize my blueprints or save for those red prints? And been asking me, what should you do? You should do both. You should get red prints and you should get blueprints in the Honor Store. Then I hear, oh, well, how am I gonna get all these honor points? And I made a list of all the honor points of where we can get them. I'll actually, let me finish this and I will actually go over some of the lists that I made. For this. There's Eel. I beat Eel. Eel's crazy strong. Eel is in the, Eel's up here, I think. Yeah, Eel's 7th. I just beat Eel. Just that winner. Oh, Koi's another one. Koi is like the 3rd strongest on the server, and I beat him the other day too. And I think I need to. Yes, bam! That's a big win. That is a big win. Koi is huge. I don't know if you remember just looking, but it's 280 million hero power or something. So that's a big win. Tong is another big. Let me see. Tong 63. Tong I took out too. There you go. It's another win. So that is I just beat the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th person. But again, it's difficult because 11 and 12 are sitting here, and eventually I'm going to have to go by them. There we go again, see? And then I pull winner and knocks me back. Because if I can just get that gear. I'm working on this, the gear on my second team, turning that into red. If I can turn all that gear into red. I think I just got my 8th red prints for my second team, and I'm just about all 4 dots now. So I'm gonna start working on chips to push my chips, and I'm working on the mastery right now too. So 71. Let's move Gorilla over here now. Gotcha. All right, we're cruising. We're all right. Top 12. In this pool, believe me, 12 is great. Not you again. This dude's killing me. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do with Majestic. All right, Eel I beat. Eel, what did I do? Let me double check what I did with Eel. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. How did I beat Eel? Gorilla on the missile. Gorilla here. See, I would have messed that up. Okay. Let's do that. Got another victory over Eel. That's worth 24. And that's right. I put the missile on the air for my final one. And we are done. Alright. That's all I could do. Not that bad. Listen. Ended up 12th right now, and who knows where I'll end up at the end, but hoping to sneak into top 10, but I don't know. It's going to be a tough climb to get in there. These guys are all strong. Look at this. You got CDF and Root and Hulk. I mean, just whales just sitting here, and then King and Crash. I mean, Crash being 5th is crazy in itself. Then you got Koi, who's 280, something like that, million. The 4 stars. Ching Charlie. I'm ready for 5 heroes that need the red prints. I have the gear at 4. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just need the prints, right? It's always a problem. In the front for missile, no. I actually use Swift. I move Swift around, in all fairness. So I'm not going to tell you I like Swift anyway. Just like you should. You should be doing the same thing. You lose a battle. See, that's the thing about putting the heroes in the front. Sometimes you lose a battle, you move the hero in the front. It depends. Depends who you're fighting, really. Like, I mean, if you're fighting another missile squad. Actually, one of the things that everybody's been testing that's working good with another missile squad is Marshall. So Swift in the front, Marshall in the back middle. Try that out. See how that works for you. Because that's been the new hot thing everybody's been trying. I'm still running the numbers on that, but also you got to be ready to have Marshall at your Marshall exclusive 30 too, right? So, but yeah, I run Swift everywhere. I run Swift back middle, back left, and front right, and you know, run your numbers and see how he does. Typically against other missile, you're gonna beat a lot stronger air, obviously, than you when you're running missile. But also, if you lose to somebody with if you ever lose to somebody with air that's stronger than you, run it again. That Schuler stun is the most powerful skill in the game. It's also the most inconsistent skill in the game, but it's the most powerful skill in the game. If Schuler stuns somebody 7 times, you can beat somebody way above you. I mean, with air. It's so crazy. That stun, and the other thing is, it kills me trying to run all these tests that I'm running right now, battle tests and running the numbers together, because you got to factor in how many times it's somebody stunned, and it's really hard. It's really hard to do. But I was telling you about prints, like, go get your prints, right? So get all prints. Like, don't just get, I don't want to see people only getting, you know, the red prints are coming to the honor store. There's going to be two red prints, 30,000 honor points, right? 30,000 honor points per red print. So that's 60,000 honor points you need for the red prints. And then on top of that, you need another 50,000 prints, or 50,000 honor points to get your 50 prints, right? Because it's 10,000. So that means you need to come up with 110,000 honor points. I know. I could feel the eyes rolling in the back of their heads staring at me, right? But I'm going to help you out. I am going to help you out. I'm going to make a video to help you secure these red prints. Or secure not only the red prints, but your regular prints. Because it's so important. It's going to make you so much stronger if you focus on these honor points. But we have to make a deal. Because you have to put in the time and effort in order to get them. They're not going to just come to you. You have to actually work for it. But I will show you the way to get them. Okay? So let me tell you a few ways that we can do this. That I've been jotting down for you, and I'm going to make a video on it anyway. But listen, so we just had the meteorite. So follow me now on point. So we just had the meteorite battle. Okay, so your alliance ranking for the ranking record for an alliance, which is why it's so important to be in a strong alliance. By the way, I keep saying this. Get in a strong alliance. I understand you like your independent, you to be independent and, you know, do your own thing on a smaller team. And sometimes there's not as much push in people, but I'm telling you, you can do it. So here you look at a strong alliance gets 20,000, right? Now you look at 2 to 3, 15,000, okay? And then round 2, you got 10,000. So you got alliance honor points are available, a chunk of them. Right here, no matter where you finish in Meteorite. Now, we had Meteorite just happen, so now we're going to do Meteorite a second time. So that would double whatever we can get more of, okay? So that could give me, if I was on a great team and I could do this twice, then, you know, I could get, what, 20,000, 40,000 honor points, 15,000, 30,000, 20,000 honor points right here. Okay, for just Meteorite battles, all right? Now, let's go into our events and start looking at how we're going to work. So, Winter Storm, right? So, going into Winter Storm, what are your rewards here? Right here, 10,000 for Winter Storm. You have to do this. I know you get put in bad matchups. I know it sucks to lose 7 times in a row sometimes. I get it. I understand. But grinding it out every single week is 10,000 honor points. That means it's 40,000 honor points to get your 3 wins. Even if you're weaker, if you get the right matchup and you're with stronger people, you'll get them. You can't give away 40,000 honor points. You just have to put up with the fact that you're going to get up in bad matchups. You're going to waste your time. You're going to lose sometimes. It is what it is. But get these honor points. That's 40,000 for Winter Storm by itself. All right? Now let's go into Canyon Storm Battle. Canyon Storm Battle. How many points can I get for here? So look at all the rankings, the individual ranks for the battle. 10,000, 8,000. Look at the honor points that are available in Winter Storm, right? Individual points. This is just for you to get points. 500,000, you get right here 10,000 for Winter Storm. Again, this is every single week. So this is another 40,000. Whatever you want, whatever you can get. It's 4 times, even if it's 8. It's more honor points than you can handle right there, right? So there's your canyon battle points. Then on top of that, you have your battle points for participating. Only participate in one and it's worth more. So here I get 5,000 to win, 3,000 to lose. So losing you still get 3,000 times 4, by the way, that's 12,000 more for playing 4 times. Okay? All right, then let's go into, all right, so Desert Storm isn't here, but I can tell you, just for participating for Desert Storm, it's like 10,000 per week. It's around that, right? And for individual points, it's like 15,000 per week. So you can get around 25,000 per week for Desert Storm, which is 100,000 in a month. Now, granted, that's if you win everything and you do lots. Okay, so let's say you don't. The point is that you're still going to get 10,000, 15, whatever it is. You're still going to get these points times 4 because you do it every week, right? I don't know what I just did, but that's like, so I just told you it's whatever that is. The points, 1,000 points for the regular prints. Yeah, right. Sorry. So you're right. 30. It said, didn't it say 30,000? Did it say? Let me go in here and look. What are we talking about here? Honor points. Honor points. I got all my prints. That's all I get. It's what, 50? This is 10,000. Right? I thought, isn't it 10,000? Oh, you're right. Yeah, so it's 500. Was it 500,000? You're right, 500,000. But I just told you a way to get what? 300, 400,000 right there. There are 200,000, 300,000 that you could get. And then I'm not even talking about the 3v3. So if you participate in 3v3, every single day. They hand you, look at the daily reward. It's handing you 700 every single day. So, that's 7,000 in 10 days right there just from participating, not even doing it. Now, Alliance reward, or the ranking reward here, if you can rank, look at the first place gets 60,000. The top 10, you can get 40. But even here, 11 to 20, 21 through 40. Look at the points. Look at the honor points that are available in 3v3. So you can get a ton of honor points that are available here. Warzone Duel. If your Warzone wins, you get 10K for honor points just for participating and getting all your points that you're supposed to score. Yeah, you can get 20,000 every single time, and there's typically 3 battles in the Warzone Duel, which is 60,000 in a Warzone Duel. And then in the season, obviously you get the season. They have all kinds of points for, like, I don't know what it is. It's like 150K if you win for honor points, and then I think second's like 120K. 3 through 10 get like 100,000, I think. So the point is, these points are out there and available. So even if you can't get them all, you can still secure a lot of these prints. You just have to put in the time and effort, and it is worth it. So prioritize your mythic ones. I'll say that. But yeah, that's what I would say about the honor points. It is an incredible opportunity. The game is giving you them for free. It's not going to just hand them to you. You got to work for it. So do the work. Put the time in. Okay. Let me just run some. I'll run some quick stuff. Let's get this going. All right. What are we buying? You all know I'm a sucker for my exclusives. Listen, I'm trying to get Williams here up to 30. My last exclusive to get to level 30. And, I mean, it's outrageous. Like, level 20, I'm only at level 20. Level 25 to 30 by itself is 1,000 exclusive prints. So, believe me, these prints are hard, or the exclusive weapons, they end up being hard to come by when you're trying to get to 30. Okay, there we go in here. All right, drone training pass. Okay, I'll do a little live session here for spending. So, drone training pass, for me, this is phenomenal to pay for because, man, that gear, that material gear and trying to build those chips is hard. It's hard to get this, So for me, I go all in on this here. Boy, it's hard to not recommend it for a low spender for $5 for getting all the gear boost. I don't like that you don't get purple chests. Like, yeah, you get one here. Purple chests are usually chips, so you get 2 here. But I think let's see what you get here. You only get 3. I still like it. I mean, I still like the material that you're getting for this. So for $5, yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me, but it seems like a good thing. Depending on your budget, I like it. $20, now you're getting into these purple chests. Yeah, 6 more on top of the 3, so now you're at 9. So that's so good because you're gonna get gold chips on this, and the one gold select chip is like, was I think 300. Was like, did we just get 300 glitter coins? I think for it. So that would be around like what, around $30, right? Because it's, I think $100 was 1,000. So it's yeah, it's around $30. So to get all of this plus you're going to get a chip out of this, and I'll show you. I'm gonna get this here, and let's go open it, and I'll show you what I'm gonna get tonight for chips as we get into versus, because today radar training is chip chest, which means we can go open them up. So let's see what I got for chip chests and how lucky we get. All right, so I got 41 of them. So now take a guess. Now think about it for yourself. How many gold chips am I going to get out of this 41 that I'm sitting on? All right. So we'll use all the green. not going to get much from the green, to be honest with you. They're not great. Here's the blue. We got a gold out of the blue. We got 2 golds out of the blue. Wow, that's really good right there. Out of the blue, I got 2 golds. So that's good. And now watch how many I get from the purple. So take your guess. I got 41 of them here. I'm just going to do the 9 to see if we get them for the 9 that you're going to get for the $25 pack here. So if I only open 9, look at that. I got 1, 2. I got 2 gold chips, which is worth $60 by itself, not with anything else, right? From the glitter coins. So that was like $60 right there. That from just getting these 2, right? So telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it. I'll open the rest of them, and I got another one. I only got 1 more. Out of all those, I only end up with 1 more. The 9, I got 2, and the rest of them, I got 1 more. Bunch of garbage, that is. Okay. So let's go do some work. We're actually going to be pushing our chips on air right now. So let's go take a look at my chips. So I'm all 9-star my missile. Instead of going to 10-star, because 10-star requires 40 per for 10 stars. And I'm trying to build out my second team right now to be elite. So right now I'm sitting on 71 for my main squad, and my second squad is at 63.4 with no gorilla. 63.4. So I'm trying to up my gear and my chips to make that stronger. So we're going to turn our attention to my second set of chips here. And what do we got? So I like to even these out now, and I haven't really worked on any of the air squad, so it's not like I prioritize these necessarily. They were all random chips as they fell in and how I upgraded. This is the first week I'm really spending chips on my air. Previously, I've just been updating as they went along with random chips. So I think we're close here. I only need 4 more. 4 more for here. So first thing I'm going to do is do missile. We'll put 1 here. So now we only need 3 more. And then we can go get our chip material. And here we want 1, 2, 3. Got 3 of those. So now we can go back in and we can what did I put them on my missile? Oh, I messed up. I'm so used to putting them on missile that I put them on missile instead because I'm so used to it. I wanted to do air. That's my bad. That's my bad. I've been doing the chips on missile now for, I don't know, probably a year. It feels like a year. It's got to be 9 months. I've just been focused solely on missile to get to 9 stars. And this is my first time turning it to air. All right, let's see what we could do. So we know we got 1, right? And we know we're going to buy here. So I didn't even get this yet. Let's get all my chip chests here. Okay. Let's go in. We're going to do our VIP. We can get our chip stuff here. Alright, for now, let's go in the alliance. More chip. Okay. Let's go into campaign. Chip material, chips. Alright. I know I'm not going to have enough now. That was my bad. Didn't even get any. Didn't even get any. Nothing there. Probably not even enough to make another one. It's all good. It would have been nice to turn that, but I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait. All good. Okay, got to do the rest of my drone. So, what do I have for this one? This one just started. That one needs 19. This one needs 9. This one needs 12. So, I got a long way to go for these chips. Anyway. Oh, all right. So, let me... what are we doing? We got battle data. We're going from 607 to 613. Battle data, that's 25. Okay, moving that forward. Oh, and then we're going to move the drone here. So let's move the drone. Let's go. I think this is a push week for us. So I've been holding 2. And let's do a 3rd level. Oh, I'm out of, it's okay. How much do I need? There we go. That's the only one I wanted to do anyway. So we'll do that. So we're good with drone. So where does that put us? 71 million. So push week for today, for day 1. I'm sure right now I'm up here, but I'm sure once Hulk starts, Hulks will be ridiculous. So that'll be a big push. All right. We got all this. Hey, maybe after all this, who knows what I end up with over there. God, do I hate Moonstar Blessing. I mean, this is just a joke. I mean, honestly, for people spending money, like, these rewards are silly. Honestly, it's just the game. Come on. What are you doing to people? This is outrageous. Outrageous. I mean, when you think about even the last, I was just talking about this, the rewards for spending money in the last glittering event is absolutely is silly too. Like, that's ridiculous too, to be honest with you. I mean, just crazy. Like, mobilization event is becoming the only one that's giving you any decent rewards for spending. Because this is Bullseye Week, so I know Bullseye Week does this Moonstar Blessing every time anyway. But I don't know. It just feels like you should be getting more prints for your money. To be dead honest with you, it's insulting. Vader, it's insulting. It's anybody who spends money. It's just, yeah. Anyway, I really loathe even clicking on the claim buttons for Moonstar Blessing because it's just insulting. People are spending money. Just give them decent rewards for spending the money. Blueprints are not that hard to ask for if you're actually spending money. It's like, so that's why mobilization event, to me, mobilization event, when you look at the rewards next week, and when I go into this, we'll go over this on a live too. It's just when you look at the stark difference between what you're actually getting, the value for what you're getting week to week by spending, there's nothing close to the mobilization event as far as how far your money goes with the bonuses. Even glittering event was a joke too. Like, that was terrible. So anyway, okay. So as you know, I just made a video about Taylor. So for those of you that have not opened Taylor yet or gotten Taylor, I can show you right now. Let's go in and do some Taylor. So the first 6 I get is going to be for Taylor. So 1, there are these gold. There they are, the deluxe adventure chests. There's 2. There's 3. 4, 5, 6. That's it. Now you look anything after that, no more deluxe chests anymore. All right, so now I can go look at what I get from those chests. Right here are my deluxe adventure chests that Taylor gives me. And boom, I got a 150. I got 3 shards, speed ups, resource chests, and ore. Typically, I get even more than that. Like, I mean, listen, 6. I got 6 resource chests, gold resource chests out of that, right? So that's awesome. That's awesome. That's 3 million gold per, right? So that's like 18 million gold on one day just from a perk, and you can get that all the time. So yeah, that's just, again, highly recommended. That's Taylor. Push to the max of getting full rewards. Really one of the best investments in the game. So just covered that to do. I'll tell you what's not an investment in the game for those of you that are tuning in from other servers. This over here, this Street Rush, oh my God, it's brutal. I'm trying to make it through. I really am, but man, it is brutal. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep trying though. I keep pushing through. I'm playing the game. I'm taking the good with the bad in the game and trying to give the full experience. But there are rewards, so I do it. But even the rewards aren't that great. I can tell you, like somebody in my team for this Street Rush, which I'll just show you. I'll show you one of the Street Rushes here. So this is Street Rush. I have not played with the keyboard before, so this is Street Rush that everybody will eventually get. And yeah, it is. You get 30 turns of this, and it takes a long time to do a turn sometimes. And you get 30 of them. It's difficult to go by. Oh shit! I already messed up. Anyway, okay. So that's about it for me in Street Rush today. Winter Storm's active, so we'll definitely do that later. We'll do that. Arms race. Yeah, Vader, come on. You can't really enjoy it, do you? Really? Come on, man. 30 of them, though? Come on. You know what? I want to know where you are, Vader. I'm going to look. I'm going to call you out. I'll call you out and see. Where is Vader at? Let's see. Let me go back to this. Let me go back here. Let's find Vader. I am, oh, the whole thing reset, huh? I didn't realize it resets after the week. Oh, okay. Because I had like, I think 8,000, and that didn't qualify me for much. So you're not going to be in here yet. I don't know where you are. I don't know what your max was, but that's kind of crazy. It resets. I guess maybe because it gives everybody a shot. All right, arms race. As you guys know, arms race really just pivotal every single day. Set your alarms. Very easy to win all your arms race stuff. Make sure you're doing it, please, please, please. Oh yeah, Vader, it reset. Yeah, all your accomplishments, everything you worked for at Street Rush is gone. Look at this, gone. It all reset back to them, and there's nothing that even registered what it was prior. So, that's crazy. Yeah, arms race. Come on, we could do arms race every day. Like pop in, set your calendar. So right now, I just did city building, but I bought packs. But let's say I wanted to do city building. Very easy to do for city building. You don't have to really build anything. You just have to use your speed ups. So like here, I'm doing this tech center. So all I need to use is 2 days of speed ups for construction, and for a construction build, and it'll give me anything I need for my speed ups here. If you're building, great, even better. If you have something that you're building or you're moving forward, you could do. But I mean, you have, it's not like, hey, I have all speed ups and nobody else does. Like, you're given construction right here. So you're given 10 hours right here, and then you get another 8. You get another 40. So that's giving you 50 hours of construction without any other ways to get speed ups. And by the way, I have another video coming for everybody soon on how you're going to do speed ups. So I have like, just like I started to do honor points, I'm going to do like 80 million ways to get speed ups that you should be using or getting if you're not currently, so you have speed ups, because they're incredibly important. But everybody can have them. You can all, gather them. It's just a matter of playing smart, playing at the right times. Just like arms race, right? Play at the right times. You could set up those alarms so the alarm tells you when arms race is. But city building, it takes 2 days. So I just showed you, you get, what did I just get? 40, 50 hours for free. So if you want to use, you can use for the building. And it increases power, by the way. So if you finish a building off, that's even easier to do. But hard to finish a building every single day. You could do some of these crappy ones that give power, that are quick ones, that are always nice. So save those for your arms race to do them. Otherwise, yeah, just use. I use my construction speed ups for arms race. Pretty much only. Like everything else, I kind of let go the clock. I don't push a lot of my stuff to finish sooner than it does. I just use it for finishing, and then when it finishes, I'll typically just leave it as a present and then just pop it on versus day, right? So you can use it on here if you wanted to, but I prefer to use it versus day. But all of these things, so unit progression, we've talked about that. Ways to use unit progression. You have training. Speed ups that you could use are to push your training, or just leave them, by the way, to start your training, or pop them to make troops. So that's usually not an issue. Tech research, again, you don't have to finish a tech to get your arms race. So don't think you have to finish the entire tech to get the arms race. You could just come into one of one of the ones that's going, and you could just speed it up by using an hour at a clip, right? 15 minutes at a clip. That's all you got to do to get your arms race. You don't have to finish it to get it. So you could use your speed ups there. And then hero advancement is 30 tickets done. Easy one there. Drone boost is stamina. So I believe for stamina one, so really that's just using some stamina to attack zombies and stuff. Run some stamina boosts. You only have to get. I usually get around 4 or 5. I usually get around 4 or 5 of these at least. And I typically am winning an arms race, but you don't have to win it to get all the rewards that are in here. But I'm telling you, every time you open a chest, you're getting, skill medals and gold, and so it would be preferable to do every single one and max out your rewards. But at the very least, you want to get your chests to get free diamonds, especially for free to play. I mean, it's 350 diamonds every day that you're getting. And it's and you're looking at, I'm getting 2 exclusive weapons. Right, so that's 14 free exclusive weapons every week. So that's why I say don't spend on those things. It's because this is how you accumulate that stuff for free, right? And I don't know, free to play, those diamonds, 350 diamonds goes a long way, right? Every single day. So, love 88. 88. Thanks for checking in, Deanie. Nice to see you. Deanie? Fuza? What's your game name on 88? I love 88. Special in my heart, 88. You know that. Really. Came to 71, my new home. Love my server. It's a long time in the making. Years coming to 71. We've been trying to get me there. But I'll tell you what, it was hard leaving 88. And to be honest with you, there was a time where I actually would have stayed in 88. To tell that story real quick, so EYS was the team I was part of, and I checked in The strongest person at EYS, the whale there, was J8S. And before season 3, he had quit. People thought he was quitting. He left for, a few weeks. He had gone. He disappeared. And it looked like he was going to be gone forever. Nobody knew what was going on. And I was considering staying at 88. And then when he left, I'm like, well, now this is no whale here on 88. Like, this is going to be very difficult for 88 to recruit a whale or do whatever. Everybody's talking about dispersing at this point. So before I made my decision to save for the season 4, and not spend anything and drop from gold to purple chair, I checked in and I just sent a message to J8S and I asked him, are you coming back or are you leaving? Or are you going to be gone for good? And he never responded to me. And because he didn't respond to me, I really just took that as he was uncertain or he wasn't coming back, one or the other. So then by the time the season, he had come back, he played the season, and then by the time the season was over, I think he said he was going to stay. At that point, it was too late. Like, I had already made up my decision, and I was already leaving, and I had already done my savings, and I had been working with 71 for so long to go over there. It was going to be a difficult decision anyway. But that'll tell you how much I really loved 88. I really loved my time with Eyes. And, yeah, those guys are straight warriors, straight fun. Yeah, if 71 is full of chairs, because I'll say, come to 71. But EYS is a great team to go to. If everybody's staying there and keeping up, fun team, fun squad, great people, great warriors. Big fan. So, anyway. You'll find for the most part on here, on this YouTube as we move forward, that there's not a ton of people that I don't like or servers I don't get along with for the most part. I really don't have problems and grudges that much anymore. Like back in the day when we first started, sure. When I was on 72 and, I wanted to see the world burn because it was a war game, okay. Now, I don't know. Like, I just fight. I protect my server, which is 71, and the best I can. And that's it. Everybody else, I pretty much don't mind. All right, so Arms Race, we're done with, right? Sign up, we talked about Desert Storm. World Boss, another place that's going to be in my rankings, by the way. World Boss, make sure you're using and do your hits because it's free rewards. I see so many people that don't get them because I hear people say, "Oh, they're silly rewards," But what are you talking about? It doesn't have to be a strong attack. Just launch 3 crappy attacks and just collect your rewards. Click the buttons. Don't be that person that says the game doesn't give you rewards, and then when they give you free stuff like this, it should be just programmed into your day. When reset starts, if you don't feel you're going to be a high ranking, then just launch those attacks. Who cares, right? Because it's just free rewards. So I hear so many people tell me they're crappy rewards and, whatever. Okay, so what? Rewards are rewards. Even on the Street Rush, I just told you, I don't like Street Rush, and the rewards aren't great. You look at here's the Alliance rewards that we have. They're not super great by any sense. But guess what? They're free badges. They're free speed ups. And if you run it every single day, there's also, it gives you some small, right here, every day you get, trade contract and secret orders and whatever. But you know what? They're free rewards. So are they good? Are they great? No. But at the same time, just collect them. Just collect them and move on. Just make it part of your life to just easily collect these things and go by and move on. That's all. That's all I say. That's all I'm saying. Okay? All right, let's see. Did I finish everything? Oh, I got to do my radar. So drone battle. Drone we did. We did chip material. I'm not collecting anything. I don't typically collect. The only time I will collect for food, and I highly encourage, by the way, nothing wrong with collect away. I usually get enough points I don't need to. If you're free to play, by collect, make sure you're getting your versus points. I'm also war leader, and when you're engineer, you have that quick, you could do a quick collect I've talked about this before. I forget where it is. Is it here? Nope, that's gathering speed. Where is it? I know it's one of these. Instant gathering. So you could do instant gathering every 24 hours. So you just send your 4 out. You, as soon as they hit their RSS squares, you immediately do instant gathering and you collect them all. Listen, I'm all for that. If I was here, then I go, what? Vader, where'd you hear that? Where'd you hear that? Killer. Wow, you just said Killer quit. On 100. So Killer, for those of you that don't know, Killer was actually bought his account from a whale that was on server 91. That's the history there. And he brought that account to 100. That's his second account he bought. He bought his account. I don't remember if anybody remembers in the chat. I don't remember. It was Hasnavik. It was the first one he bought. I forgot what server was Hasnavik. Hasnavik got a second account, by the way, after selling it. He just messaged me last week, I think. It was last week, week before. I was talking to Hasnavik. But Killer bought it from Hasnavik, and then he upgraded and bought a second account. I think he gave that to somebody or sold that to somebody, and then bought a second account where it was the Whale in 91, which is actually a pretty good one. Oh, Hamadas. Well, I wonder who Hamadas is. I wonder who's running Hamadas' account, because Hamadas had a pretty good account too. So, I don't know where that is. I don't know if I have a server. Let's see if I don't think I have. I don't think we have server 100 in here at this point. Yeah, I don't know where server 100 is, but in any case, Killer was the top one. Hamadas just moved to 100. That's right. We're versus. Thank you. I forgot. That's our versus opponent this week. Forgot about that. Yes. All right, let's take a look. So, oh damn. Oh wow. Okay, Hamadas really quit. Killer really quick. Okay, so Hamadas was, I think, second account here. Wow. He didn't keep up with that account either, by the way. So Killer must not have been spending a lot, at least. I'm not saying he wasn't spending at all, but he wasn't spending a ton to keep up with this account, because he's had that account for quite a while. And I know when we went through season, I think it was season 3. Yes. So season 3, the account that he bought was on 91, and we faced them. And the guy who had the account originally was a problem. Like, he was a whale, and he was strong, and he was a problem. And he was really, really ahead. Like, he had so much stuff ramped up. So at the time, Killer bought the account. I think it was like 20,000 to buy the account. And that's funny, that story, by the way, for those that want to know some lore, some Last War rumor mill. So originally, Killer was supposed to buy Muse's account on 83? TNE with Crash. Was that 83? I think it was 83. Was Muse. So that was another whale for the 20,000. And the morning he was supposed to do that, the deal fell through. And Muse didn't sell to him. Muse ended up selling to somebody else. I think somebody who was Korean, another Korean account or something. I don't know the story behind who it actually went to, but I know it was supposed to be Killer. A deal was reached, and it was I don't think it was THP Vader. I think it's like TNE. TNE was what it was with Crash, right? Either way, so they that fell through, and then Killer. I don't know if Killer took money out of his account to pay $20,000 to somebody or whatever, but Killer had $20,000 burning a hole in his pocket because he was trying to find some other account to buy in a hurry. And I don't know, maybe he took a loan. I don't know. I don't know how he got the $20,000, if he just had it sitting there or whatever, but it was burning a hole in his pocket because he was dying to do it. And I knew the guy from 91 Whale was selling because he actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to buy it. And he told me that the bidding had started. Muse had did the same thing. Muse reached out to me and said the bidding started. Am I going to bid? Something like that. I was like, no, I'm all set. I wasn't bidding on Muse's account. And then I didn't. That's the one. Muse was the one that reached out and asked me about bidding, not the 91. The 91 Thai account, Killer bought for $20,000 after the Muse one fell through. But the point is, the account did not increase at the rate you would expect it to from what he bought. And I think this is an interesting thing that we're seeing going on right now, right? Is we're seeing a lot of people buy accounts. And it costs a lot of money to buy these accounts. Like, not as much as they're spending on them, but you got to come up with $20,000 to pay for these whale accounts. And people who don't have the amount of money to get it to become a whale account may not have the money to keep up with the account. And it is not cheap to maintain a whale account to keep going. So you may think like, oh yeah, let me put $20,000 and then I'll hold the account. That account, if you do not keep going, will become stale pretty quick. Like, people start catching up to you if you're not spending. I mean, like I told you, Killer, even at 289, is nowhere near where that person was on 91. So I just think that a lot of times people are buying these accounts and then they can't maintain them. I think Muse's account was resold as well. I don't think that same person has that account anymore. That was another whale account that got bought. So, yeah, it's hard to keep up with those accounts. I'll have to talk to Ibrahim because I do talk to him a lot. And so there you go. So Vader just said on the account, Amanda Snell said Killer was 271 3.5 months ago. So gaining, and that's through a season, by the way. So think about that. Killer was 271 3.5 months ago, and he now 289. So that's only 18 million total hero power. I gained 35 million hero power since coming in. I think I'm over that, actually. How much I gained coming in. So I'm now 238. When I reached 71, I was 208. So in 10 weeks of me saving, I gained 30 million hero power. And in 3.5 months, he only gained 18 million? Yeah, I'm telling you. First of all, there's two things about that. One, it costs a lot more money to keep up with it from a whale account. But also, you have to do a lot more to gain. Like, even me, like, to go from 200 to 238, it's a lot easier for me to gain 30 this way than to go from 238 to 268. I can tell you that. Like, I mean, I'm doing that by building my second team out right now. But if you look at, like I just showed you, my skill chips, listen, get these 10 chips to increase my total hero power, there's a lot bigger difference trying to get 28 chips to upgrade, to get 40 chips, 28 more to upgrade this chip, than it is when you look at what I was over here and you're saying, oh, I only need 15 to upgrade to a level 7 or a 7-star. So it gets to be expensive. I do know. Unfortunately, there is a lot of drama happening at 100. I have been talking over there. Yeah, I mean, listen, 100's had its problems. They were actually very strong in season 3. They had stuff going on. They were very united. They were very strong. They were building. They seemed to have everything. out in front of them as far as a future. And what's funny is this is what I say about all these servers that are happening right now. So server 71. Oh, yapping over here. Should be what we got here? Is this not yapping away? But they're supposed to give us a update, I think, right? So let me see if I can get an update. Maybe I can force update. Let's see. Nope. Not yet. No update. It was supposed to happen at 30 minutes past for the server time. On 9/8. Maybe they're gonna do it. Are they doing it tomorrow? It said 9/8:30, so maybe they're not doing it today. Who knows? Anyway, so let's get into like I was saying like server 100 was incredibly strong. And this is what I've been telling people. So when they look at server 71 and how we're building our server out right now, and everybody says, "Oh yeah, server, 71, there's a lot of drama and a lot of stuff happening." Listen, most of that is gone. Like right now, there is a lot of harmony going on 71, working together and building up. And I've played this game now for over 600 days, and I've seen a lot of servers, and you can point to a lot of servers that were king of the hill and king of the mountains, and they thought nothing was better. Oh my God, we got it made. We're gonna blow through everybody. We're gonna be the best server on the planet. No server will ever touch us because look at all our power. Seen it. I've seen it. I've heard it and seen it. And overnight, you have these fights and these wars that happen, these civil wars. Migration happens. Next thing you know, strong people are looking to leave. Golds are looking to leave because they're angry at somebody, or some team is not working out, or whatever drama can happen. It's drama. That you can have two people that you meet are the happiest couple you've ever met. And they could be married for 5 years, and then everything changes, right? You've seen this. The divorce rate is 50%. Why do you think like strangers that are together in a game, that have been together for a while, can't have something happen between them where they're no longer compatible and they want to move servers? So we've seen it happen over and over and over again. And if you're a server, you're sitting there saying, well, it can't happen to us. Well, I bet you server 100 was saying the same thing. Server 100 was in season 3. They were at the top of their game. They were actually number 1 in season 3 for a long period of time. And then 71 came in. 71 ended up winning it. There was a whole tiff between 71 and 100 there for a minute. But at the end of the day, that's how strong server 100 was at that point, right? Server 100 only 1 season ago was talking about winning a season. And now the server is being dismantled. Everybody's could be moving about. They're talking about leaving, talking about moving, breaking up. There's drama. They're way weaker than they were. Had a lot of people quit. A lot of people sell. A lot of people transfer out. So I'm just telling you, server 100 just happened a season ago. If you're sitting there and you don't think it can happen to you, you're kidding yourself. You are absolutely kidding yourself. And listen, I'm not hoping that it happens to you. By all means, I hope everything works out. I hope you keep building and migrating, whatever. I'm just saying that it happens in this game. Servers that are amazing become dead within a season, because of relationships. So it's really how you build things out and how you do things. So from a 71's perspective, 71 was the height of the mountaintop when I was on 72 for a long period of time. And, they've had their problems. They've had their wars, their civil wars. They've dealt with a lot of that. They brought in people. They let people left, back and forth. And, hey, it's about rebuilding and doing it strong. And right now, when you look at the strength that server 71 has, it's about rebuilding right now, slowly every migration. And I know it's funny because I've had these conversations, and some of the stronger servers will say, you know how long it's going to take you to do that? It'll take you 3 migrations, 4. Okay, so it'll take 3 migrations. Where are we going? Are we quitting the game? Last I checked, the game doesn't end in 2025, right? The game not going to end in 2026, people. This game is going. This game is going to be 2026, 2027, 2028. This is a part of our lives for a long period of time. Go look at Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans has been around for over a decade, right? So how long do you think we're going to be playing Last War? You think this story has been written? So, okay, maybe it'll take 2, 3 migrations. Maybe it'll take 4 migrations. I don't know. It's about the ride that you're taking right now. The ride that we're on, enjoy it. That's why I think you lose so much by paying for an account right now on a server that's early. On an early server, if you're buying accounts and you haven't played the game, you're missing out. Don't do it. I know why you would do it. I know why you would do it for the value, right? You get to have a strong account and you don't spend nearly as much money. Cool. That's what you're for. But this game, the experience of playing this game early on, from building up your characters, slowly but surely, and fighting for the original Warzone, and building that up and fighting within your server, and then fighting the Warzone duels for the first time against the servers that are around you, and then trying to work as a server. It was all an experience. Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. The people that have played this game, or that are continue to play this game right now, don't just play it because they hate it. People are spending money and playing this game because they love it. It's part of them. It's part of their entertainment value. I worked this out with Deathwolf, and Deathwolf right now, who's a mid-spender, spent a few $1,000s, and we figured out how many days he played. Unfortunately, you didn't know. I will bring Deathwolf on. I will have him on to make up for the audio problems. Okay, that is on QB. That is my problem, but I will make up for it. I'm learning. But anyway, so Deathwolf, I can tell you, we talked about it. A cup of coffee, $5 per day is about what he's averaging over the lifespan of his account as a mid spender. It was about $5-6, which is a cup of coffee every day. So yeah, it's still a lot of money. You may not have enough money to buy a cup of coffee or whatever, but at the same time, he's spent for entertainment value. If he has the money and he's not putting himself in the poorhouse by playing the game, he's only spent a cup of coffee. So, let's not make it sound like some of the people who are mid-spenders are, mortgaging their future to just play the game, right? Some people have the money and they're spending it the way they want, and they play the game. But a mid-spender like Deathwolf is only a cup of coffee a day. I think that's fantastic. So the game's not going anywhere, I guess is my point. And, there's going to be a lot of migrations. It's time to start planning on building servers up. And I personally, I know there's been a lot of talk about I wish they would disband servers and combine them. And, that's what people want. I don't want that. I don't agree with that. I don't think you should get rid of these servers that are dead servers. First of all, what are they hurting by having them out there? So if, let's say 72, my old server 72, it's pretty dead. But who cares? What is it hurting? The people that are on that server can migrate and leave if they want. They can collect tickets for free. They don't have to spend money. They don't have to spend money to leave. They can come in here and they can get their trade tickets, their transfer tickets, and they can get enough and they can leave whenever they want, and they can go to pretty much any server that they want, if that's what they want to do. Did you ever think that maybe the people that are on those servers are peaceful? Maybe they don't want to worry about pushing their teams and pushing their verses and attending the Warzone duels and getting all the pressure put on them. So let's say that's how they want to play the game. If that's the case and that's how they want to play, don't you see by combining the servers and forcing those people into an active server, you're only causing them pain and causing you aggravation? Now you have to motivate somebody who doesn't want to be motivated. They don't want to be motivated. They don't want to play. They're playing the game. They're playing the game the way they want to play it. Now, when that impacted you, that was a problem. I get it. Because the people on the server have to participate together in order to win, and that's fine. But now, that person is on some farmer server somewhere. So let them be. Let them be where they are, and let them enjoy the game that they want to enjoy it. The other thing is, maybe a dead server becomes repopulated. Maybe people end up actually joining that server, and like, let's say they added one more gold to a dead server. Let's say instead of moving, let's say they made a new status where right now you can get 2 gold chairs and 2 gold chairs and like 8 purples, I think. You could have 1 gold chair and 5 purples, or you could have no gold chairs and 3 purples, depending on how strong your server is. Well, let's say these completely dead servers that we talk about are allowed to have 3 gold chairs and 12 purples, let's say. Well, maybe 3 whales get together and decide to go populate a dead server. And maybe they take 12 purples with them and get together and all of a sudden overnight build some big, strong server that used to be dead. I don't know. It seems fun to me if that were to happen. But what I just don't want to have happen is I don't want us to take people who don't want to play the game, people who don't want to play the game, people who don't want to play the game that we play the way we play it. So people who are just farming, or people who don't want to attend the war, who don't want to be put under the gun to do verses and max it out. I don't think we should be forcing those people into an environment where we are not going to like that. We're not going to want them in this environment. So why combine the servers? Just leave them the way they are, and let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep migrating and getting the people in to populate our server the way we want it to be. You can expand the server. You can expand the migration if you want. Say that we could get more people if you want to build the servers out quicker. You could certainly do that. But like, I just don't see the difference. Like some of these dead servers, unfortunately, the flip side of this, and I will argue against myself for you. The flip side of this is they have to go against somebody in Warzone duels, and they have to go against somebody in season, right? And nobody wants the crappy server. I get it. Nobody wants the weak server, and so that is a problem. But I will also say this: it's also a matchmaking problem, right? Because there's a lot of dead servers. There are a lot of weak servers out there. So it's a matchmaking problem too, right? Like, isn't that on the developers to sit there and say, hey, we have 8 dead servers. Let's just put all the 8. Isn't it interesting to you if you had 8 dead servers and you put them all in the same season? Like, isn't that funny? I don't know. It's like, I understand, like, you'd be like, well, why should you give them rewards and, whatever. I get that. But it is kind of interesting if you have all the weak. Who's the strongest of the weakest? I don't know. That's kind of funny. I think it's fun. Maybe gets them more involved in the game, by the way, too. Maybe gets them wanting to play the game more if they have to compete against one another as a weaker server instead of a stronger server, right? Maybe they view it as what's the point of playing because they just get burned every 2 seconds. They don't want to play. So, maybe you put them in that way. But I understand the devil's advocate that, they have to be put into a season, and who wants to get stuck with a server who's completely dead? So I understand that. Everybody gets them in their seasons where they're, weaker servers, and you don't typically necessarily want them. But at the same time, I just view it as, this is a large game with so many people that are playing it, and we've gone to this point where we played 600 days, and we've dealt with trying to motivate people to play. That I would hate to see us have to go back to square one and trying to motivate people that were forced upon us. And then some people just choosing to burn everybody that they don't like to try to force them out when it was not their decision to be there to begin with, right? So, I don't know. I love to hear your take on it. I love to hear people comment. I love to start that conversation like in our Discord, WWC, to see like what everybody's feeling is on the combining of Discords. But anyway, I will leave it at that. I will show you too for myself something I'm doing. I don't know if I have enough ore yet. I did have. I was trying to my second team here. Not enough ore. Not enough ore. Somebody was telling me today, because I have 10 prints and I need some ore, and it was on the WWC Discord today about where the best place to buy ore is outside of the Bullseye event. And I will repeat it here as well. Don't buy ore. If it's not in the Bullseye event, don't buy ore. Now, I know on Fridays or whenever day it is, Saturday, they list that little ore event, Friday the weekend, right? Friday, whatever. Still, it's not a great deal. Like, you're still paying, I think it was in the glitter event, you could have gotten 10K ore for $25. So that means $50 for 20K ore. The deal for the ore in the weekend event is 18K ore for $50. Okay, I know you get 60 gold RSS chests. I get it. I understand that. But still, think about it. For ore, like, it's not worth it. Like, there's so many other things that you need to get. The prints you need. You need to go get chips. You need drone parts. You need so many different things that you can spend the money on. I don't tell you, ever to prioritize or look at necessarily the gorilla. But listen, if you're going to buy ore, I tell you to spend it on the gorilla. Just please. If it's outside of the Bullseye event, don't go buy an ore. You get ore collected. It's just a patience thing. It is just a patience thing. Stop staring at those prints that you can't use right now because you need the ore and stare at something else. Go stare at your drone and figure that out where you're going to put money for there. Eventually, you will get the ore. It will come in. It just takes time, but it's just not a place worth spending money in the game. And that's coming from somebody who's bought plenty of ore back in the day. I can tell you, I bought ore. I've been there. I've done that. I'm trying to help you not make the same mistakes I made as I developed and built my team. And, you're not a whale. If you're not a real high spender, don't ever consider buying that ore outside of the Bullseye event. That's why I tell you look at the value of that Bullseye event and don't look away from that. Like, that is insane value when you think about what you're spending in the Bullseye event, the amount of ore you're getting, the amount of blueprints you're getting. I think you're you're getting 35 blueprints, you're getting 10 mythic prints if you finish the thing. Plenty of ore to go through it. You're going to get that big ore dump on you every month if you're if you're paying for it, right? For the Bullseye event. So just look forward to doing that and build out your everything slowly but surely, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Eventually, all of us, so you look at my teams right now, and eventually all of us, let me go get a battle report. And you can see my teams. The same guy spend all his time hitting who came into our server. Listen, by the way, this guy, the joke, he was trying to make a joke to call me out. This hyper get it on 119 was kept saying to me like, "Hey QB," thought it was funny, like, "Oh, I'm going to attack and port him." The reason why I was doing it, joke wasn't on me. It was like he was a gold zombie to me. Every time I hit him, I was getting almost 600K gold from him. Okay. So here's 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 23 million right there that I got. 23 million in gold I took from him. So, believe me, I wasn't wasting my time. I wouldn't have bothered chasing him around for no reason. Like, it was just I was hitting 23 million gold. Here's some more that I hit him. Here's some more. You look at it. Here's another 24, 25, 26, 27 million in gold. Like, I mean, it's crazy how much I was getting from him. And then all the troops I was getting from him, too. So, my first team, I'm all red for prints, right? So this is obviously the top priority for most people trying to get to this in the game. It's going to take you a long time to try to get to all these red prints, and some will take years on years. You're free to play to try to reach this level and get it. And I'm giving you advice as we go through, knowing that. So it's, believe me, I'm not jaded to the fact of what I have versus what free-to-play person have. I play with plenty of people that are free-to-play. I play with plenty of people that are low spender and mid spenders alike. So I know where everybody's at. You play this game this long in your alliance, you don't able to help one person the way that you play the game. You have to help them the way that they can play the game. But if you look at my second team and how I built that out, so I'm sitting here. Do I have a? Let me see. I don't know if I have a battle report for my second team. I might. Okay, here we go. So here's my second team right now. I'm actually putting a second gear. I've been playing around with this Murphy in my second team with Air for a while, just moving him around, playing with his counter. Actually, Williams, once I get Williams to level 30, there was King, who's on my server. I've been talking about squad formations with King, and I don't know if you could see his team. Earlier, me and him were chatting, and he was putting Williams. Oh, so he put Williams now instead of Murphy. He actually had Williams in his number 1 spot here, and it was winning him battles. And I recently asked him to put Williams, Carly, DVA, who did I say? Oh, Lucius on the 5 spot, and put Lucius here instead with Carly and Williams, or Williams and Carly. So that's just the fun that we have. We keep playing around, but it's also fun because I can only test it so much at my level. Where I'm testing it, and I'm able to have him kind of move around and test it to stronger levels. But he had Williams in his 1 spot, and it was working well as well. So it's really about, like I said, testing these squad formations and seeing what you've had success in. And so I'm going to make a video about this. Oh, here we go. We're going to get the update finally. Cool. All right. Play it along. We're waiting. So one of the things that we're trying to do from a think about it. Endless on my team calls it a sandbox, right? So there's a couple ways that you can do it. Trucks. So what I would love to see people start doing is putting your squads and your gear on your teams however you want and losing battles on purpose. So go ahead and lose like truck battles. You can fight a truck battle and you can lose it 27 times in a row and you don't lose any troops and you get to see everything that you want. So lose truck battles to test your fights out. And then what I want to see you do is send me those reports. When you get a cool report, you get a fun report, send them to me. Because that's what we need to start doing. We need to start testing these squad formations and losing truck battles. So if you fight a truck battle and you lose, and then you change around your squad, fight it again, see if you lose worse or not. Did you do better than your previous one? Because even if you lose 2 times in a row, there's a such thing as losing less. And the reason why I say do the same truck battle is because it's the same person, right? Like it's the same person. So that's a big deal. Let me restart here. So when I tell you it's a big deal, the reason why I say the same person is think about all the variables when you fight somebody, right? Like think about all the variables just in one fight, just in one battle. Of if you're trying to determine whether a certain, let's say, gear works. Oh, is it better for me to update my gun, or is it better to update my shield? What's better? Well, if you're trying to test that out, you need to test it against the same person. You can't test it against one person to the next and then look at the battle reports and say, oh, well, look, when I fought this air, it gained more, but when I fought this tank, it was... No, there's too many variables. So let's lessen our variables when we're doing our testing. Let's lessen it, and then let's run these tests. So if you're running, think about variables could be the level of your hero. Do I have a gorilla? How high is that gorilla that I'm facing? How high is that person's gorilla, right? What are their exclusive weapons at? What is their gear? What are their skills? Right? Then you go in and you can think about it from a drone perspective, like all the drone stats. So you got this guy, let me look it up drone here. Here, so when you think about it, like you got drone could be different. Tech can be different from one person to another. Their decorations, their units, all these things could be different, right? So what I've just offered you is a way to level this playing field. If you want to do and fight somebody, and let's say I just beat this person, when I win, it's difficult because how do I fight him again if I already won? People don't want to lose troops, like I'll attack King, but people don't want to lose troops on purpose. Like I don't mind it for testing, but most people don't. So you have to offer to lose a battle instead of winning it, right? So if you lose a battle, and I see right here, let's say I lost this battle and I took 274 of his troops. The next battle, I switch around my gear. Let's say I took 340 troops or 1,000 troops. Well, then I would know that whatever gear I just put in was better, right? Because I just took more, I just did better in this battle. But what it kept the same are all those variables I just talked. By fighting the same person when you're trying to test things out, it keeps all of this information the same, right? So you don't only need me to do this testing and tell you, like I just told you, I spent the weekend, I fought, I don't know, I think I put 170, 200 battles on a spreadsheet, looking at battle data and composing like all these different battles and everything. What I need is everybody to do this. We all need to work together and figure out what's best by proving it. Not by, hey, I heard a rumor, let's try this person over here. No. Let's work together and get the battle reports of, hey, this was the battle report I got from my original battle, and look what happened when I put Schuler in the, or not, well, air is a bad example, but I put Marshall with my missiles. Look what happened first, and now look what happened with Marshall. Look at the difference. That's a battle report that we can talk about, right? Apples to apples. So just that's how I've been testing, and the game's going to restart, so I'll show you another way I've been testing too. That'll give you a good leg up on how we could do some of this testing with each other. But we need to share and kind of pull this together because that's what I want to do. I don't want to see it anymore where everybody dictates to you how you're testing and just tells you that they did something or something's right or I've been upgrading this or that. We played this game too long. This is all, it's all percentages and numbers and figures and countermeasures and attacks. That it's all within the math, as long as you figure out a way to test it so that it works. So one of the things I did. Oh, look at this guy! Look at this show off! Look at this show off! This guy. 35. Oh, look at that, Vader! You're still second. Keep pushing. 35. Listen, that number, Vader. For real, that's impressive. That's impressive. Right here, Breakfast is our champion of our Warzone. I think he had 159,000. He's got to be upset that his distance got erased. I haven't talked to him. He must be upset because he had like 159,000 is his distance. Let's go. This is supposed to restart. Everybody, I want these T11s. Everybody wants to see these T11s. Let's go. Let's roll. Hey, congrats though, Vader. That's pretty cool. That's pretty high, man. I think I only got like 8,000. So the fact you got 35,000 is pretty good, man. By the way, another thing, reason to go into a good alliance, right here, your alliance gifts that you're getting. If you're a free-to-play person, if you're sitting in a weak alliance, you're not going to get premiums. People aren't probably spending a lot of money. But when you're in a big alliance, even if you're not spending, you're still getting the premium gifts. All this stuff. Look, when I get these premium gifts, look what you get. Look what I just got from nothing, right? 1,500 badges, tickets, resource checks, gold. Look at all this came. Get into a strong alliance, people. Get into a strong alliance. Stop messing around. If you want to get stronger and you want to be free to play, go to where it's good. So even irregular ones that run in a lot of rallies that are very active alliance, I mean, this is still all good rewards, right? So get in there and do it. Alliance Tech. I did not do my Alliance Tech. I always give up to usually like 50 badges. I give to my Alliance Tech. Love your Alliance, then you got to love your Alliance Tech. Give back to people, man. Give back. Everybody give back. Make sure you donate to your Alliance Tech. Okay, so the second piece, while we're waiting for this restart. So the second I call it endless for my team. Coins, sandbox, which is, what normally people say, a place to play around, right? Where you can just test. We don't have a sandbox here, so I've kind of created two of these so-called sandboxes, if you will. So like I said, you lose to trucks, you can test that way. Please go beat lose to the same truck over and over and over again. You could do it a million times. You'll never stop. So that's one place you can test. Oh, here we go. We got to restart. T11s. I'll talk about the second, I got to talk about the second testing grounds. So it's in the battlefield. So everybody goes into the battlefields for missiles and everything else, right? So when you go and fight in the battlefields, it's another place that we can sit there and test. Like you can test whoever you want. You could test against your missile, against your air. If the air unit is there, then you can change it in the battlefield to whatever you want. Doing the air battlefield, the missile battlefield, the tank battlefield. Go test in there. And again, lose on purpose. Make your team weak enough by taking gear off if you want to test gear. Strip all your gear, you'll lose. And then add your gear back slowly if you want to see what the gear that's most powerful. And then send the screenshots. Take those screenshots. The battlefield ones are the easiest ones to share because they break it down real easy. They only show you offensive numbers and defensive numbers. And that's all you really need. That's all you really need. It shows you how strong each individual was in the battle. You punch that into a spreadsheet, and then I have like how much combined an offense is, how much combined a defense is. So I'm putting together all those numbers, and I'm calculating a lot of that stuff, but I want to hear back from you guys as well, everything you do. I will also tell you that I noticed from a lot of the WWC community on Discord, it's from servers that are older, right? I have a lot of people that have started following us from newer servers. So I'm trying to help you out as well. So what I do is I remove the gorilla, because you don't have the gorilla yet when you first started. And I'm running all those figures for you from the beginning of what it looks like with no gear. Granted, I have 5 stars and I have exclusive weapons, but again, if it's apples to apples, if I remove a gorilla and I just keep everything apples to apples, it doesn't really matter. It'll show you how powerful having no gear is versus one piece of armor. The numbers won't compute with you, but what will compute is the percentage increase that you get from those numbers. So you're still gaining a percent of, let's say if I apply a gun versus applying a shield, there's still a percentage difference between them that goes into play. So let's minimize the figures and start running these reports together and pulling that proof in. So that's what I'm up to in my days, pulling this stuff together. Like I said, I'm out of the water because I had surgery anyway. So I'll be down running all kinds of reports and numbers for everybody. Hopefully, giving you as much information as I can. I dig it. It's kind of fun for me to do. Always have since we started playing this game, running different figures and playing against one another in the top. I love running against like the 3v3 battles, right? That you just saw. Trying to beat people that are 50 million total hero power higher than me. Fun, just fun. And anybody who knows me in the servers, just ask around. Like, I don't care pretty much how strong somebody is. I'm stupid like that. Like, I just attack. And sometimes it's not very smart when I used to attack and lose a lot of troops. And, you know, but I have so much fun doing it that I just do it. So I just become that attack machine going about. All right. So T11s are coming up, folks. Finally, it's a reboot. Here we go. We're in. Here we are. All right. Found some armament blueprints. Researching them will make your units stronger. We need blueprints. Armament Institute. We got to build the Institute to research armaments. And unlock 11 troops. Start building now. All right. Where am I building this? Does it really matter? Care? I hate this stuff anyway. Let's put it over here for now, I guess. All right. Let's go into the Institute. Here we are. Research armaments to enhance all your units. Getting all 4 armaments unlocks level 11 troops. Level 11 troops come in 2 types. Complete the research of all 4 and have a level 35 barracks. You can unlock level 11 units. Researching units also increases the base attributes of all your units. In battle, your unit's base attributes can be converted into hero squad morale. Units are divided into 2 types, armored troopers and assault riders, each unique unit trait types. Every 3 days, you can switch the type of units deployed in battle. Okay. After unlocking 11, you can continue to upgrade the stars to increase unit attributes and gain additional. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, boy. Money, 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 money. It's going to be expensive to do these troops, guys. So you can increase them and just make your level 11 troops stronger and stronger depending on attributes. Reach 4 stars, the appearance of your level troops will be upgraded. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. Wow. Alright, what do we got here? Unlock all ornaments. Unlock all. Then you can select between armored and assault for battle with the option to change later. Okay. Okay. Complete the research of all 4. Okay, so you got to complete the research. All right. Research armaments requires materials, armament cores. Here are some armament materials to get you started. Later, you can go to the restricted area training to earn large amounts of armament materials and cores for free. All right. Commander, tap the button here to get a sneak peek at level 11 units and their skills. When assault raiders are deployed in a squad, reduce the penalty for not being at full capacity by 10%. Okay. When armored troopers are deployed in battle, reduce the severe wound rate of your units by 5%. Okay. %'s pretty good. Not being at full capacity by 10%. All right. So what are we doing here? We're researching. All right. So 1%. We got to go. That gets me to 2%. All right. I'm already out. I'm already out, everybody. All right, restricted. So here's where we can get this stuff. Restricted area training. Okay. Alert tower. Remote campaign has been replaced by the restricted area campaign. Let's head over and check it out. Okay. Campaign is now restricted area training. Okay. Although you can no longer take part in the campaign, rest assured your rewards won't take a hit. In fact, they'll be improved. Time for your strongest units to explore the restricted areas. Alright. Units are an important part of your strength of the commander. Now that they're dispatch your strongest units as zombie. Is unlock. Own a barracks of at least 27. Automatically select the highest level units for dispatch and the power of the training units. There are 10 levels of restricted areas. You explore the area at your current highest level. You can have your units trained by themselves or complete boss challenges at the level of the restricted area to unlock a higher level. During training, your units, additionally, random events may occur. Okay. Boss challenges. Honorable campaign. Well, you can only participate. Rewards at the highest stage. To your available training rewards. Along with additional items. Campaign store. I hope so. Because those rewards were really good. All right, let's go. Let's start. What are we doing here? Training has begun. So now you gotta wait a day to train these things. I don't know. Let's go. I already won. Look at that. I already won. 3191. Power 11.7. Okay. Let's get the weekly deal. Armament research. Here we go. Okay. Done. Okay. Getting this right up here, huh? How high can we go? How high can we go? How high can we go? 60. Oh yeah, looking close to the helmet. We're getting close to the helmet. Oh yeah. Bam! Helmet complete, folks. On to the next. What do we got to do next? Body armor. All right. So now I'm back here. Cool. All right. Now we got to see how far we can make it here. Battle victory. There's 3. It says I can only do this 50 times. Oh, what am I doing? Auto challenge this thing. I wonder if it's like when I hit the back button, it automatically does it. Used to be that way, like in the campaign you could hit the back button and it just automatically did it. Let's see. That one's gonna be 6. Let's see. Speed up. That's 7, right? So if this starts, Nope. Oh yeah, 8. That worked. Just keep doing it over and over again. $16. $20. Come up short anyway to because I think that's the fastest way. So let's see if it's faster this way. I think my way is faster. Yeah, absolutely. This is faster. $38. It'll be interesting to hear how far like everybody got in this. Well, I guess I'll know when I look at the standings how far along everybody is. $48, $49, $50. All right. Did my 50. Now this just took us to level 2. Holy shnikes, people. Oh. Let's see how much this got me. Not much. Not much. So do I lose? And can I beat level 2? Oh yeah, I can still do it. So let's try to go about the way I was cheating before here. Clearly more clicks, but yeah, we are cruising. Level 8. Level 9. Level 10. Ooh, baby. Are we doing good here? Let's see. Oh, look at Vader. 217. All right, Vader. I'm coming. I'm coming for you, Vader. I see you. I see you. I'm hoping as I upgrade, it's making these guys stronger. All right, so Vader's right there. I should be right near Vader. Oh yeah, look at me. Oh yeah, we're cruising, man. Hope Vader's using the same trick I'm doing to speed ahead. Because sitting there waiting is going to take longer. How we doing? 23, let's see. Vader's at 26. Yeah. Jocker's only at 15. Alright, Vader, I'm coming. I see you over there. 27. Oops. Tell you what, it seems like a lot of clicking. You just sitting there, but I don't want to sit and watch if I can do it quicker. Instead of staring at nothing and making it go faster. 47. Here we go. We're almost to the end here. Level 2. There we go. Level 3. Level 3. I passed you, Vader. I passed you. Alright, let's see. We could stay number 1. Number 1. Stay ahead of the game here. Bet you do, Catherine. Oh, is that it? Oh no, we're still going. We're still going. Tired of all this clicking. I know. Later, I know. Yep, this is the game, right? This is part of the nonsense. I just don't know how far along everybody else gets. Like, is it the strength that some people are stuck and can't go further? Or? I mean, I don't know how many levels are here, but here we are. Clearly ahead of the bunch here. So I'm at 326 and looks like undercover is 312 or 311. So far so good. We're staying ahead of the game here. live action. I don't know how exciting it is, but getting closer at least to these T11s. Whoever's going to have to do that is going to have to go through all this. Oh, you're stuck? Okay, so Vader, you're stuck at wherever you are. Where are you? Vader's stuck at 311. All right, well, we're cruising. We're cruising, buddy. We're cruising on live. We're going to get as far as we can. Hoping to... You were stuck at 3-4. I think you get 314. So you don't seem very stuck to me. You're finding ways to continue if you think you're stuck. Yeah, I don't know how the game thinks this is, oh, you just upgraded. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can upgrade once I get stuck. Oh. I'll go do that now. Oh, there we go. I'm pushing. Okay. I'm back. Here we go again. Here we go. 35. All right. Okay. Oh, is that it? Yep. Not sure if I can maybe upgrade this one more time. Nope, I think I'm stuck. I'm gonna double check. See if did I get any? Didn't give me anything, right? Wonder if my Moonstar blessing can help me. So nope. Just have to like slowly get it, I guess, to know when it's time to be able to challenge it. You can tell how close I am. So I am 337. And that's all I got for you. All right, so clearly we need some more here. I'm pretty close to getting 1 more % here to get stronger. So as I get stronger, so that's what's going to happen here. So there's 4 of these, right? So we saw, I don't know if we can go, okay, right here. So there's 4 that I need to complete here in order to get these to be able to make them. So I'm only 29% on my second one. I don't know how much of this stuff I'm going to be able to accumulate within like the week to be able to do it, but that's it. No new, nothing new in the tech center or anything that you get. Nothing new there. So it's just these two units that you get. And to make sure, nothing else for us to do or build. It is, we got everything we got. Yes, yes, yes. And I think that's going to be it. And then you just have to keep, I guess we'll just keep chipping away at this thing until we get the material, which happens every, so see that? It just keeps collecting. Yeah, little by little at a time. So it is what it is. Brady, you're stuck? Yeah, I know. It's just going to keep accumulating. So right here is where you're just going to keep accumulating the loot slowly but surely. And then oh, there's Catherine gave me some more. Hold on, I might get one more. Nope. Nope. Yeah, after a while, it just accumulates. And looks like you need quite a bit, though. Even to move up here, I need 10K of this material, and only getting like a small amount at this point. So it's going to take a long time to accumulate. And that's all you get. Yeah. There was before I went into here. There's just only this. There's only this page. You mean the Alliance store? Nothing there. Nope, not giving us anything there. Doesn't give us any here. Honor store, campaign store. Nope. Nope. No store, doesn't give any additional. And I didn't see anything additional in, I looked in this store and didn't see anything additional either. Sure if there's wasn't a new event that got unlocked. And there wasn't anything added to the weekly versus deal or any of the hot deals here. So I don't think there's anything additional unlocked. Just those two. So that's it. Well, I know I'm as far as I can be Vader because CDF is in the same spot that I am. So if CDF is in the same spot I am, Vader, it's safe to say not going anywhere else. Like I've reached the max at this point. Anyway, that was your sneak peek at where I am here. As we collect stuff and I get closer to unlocking this thing, I will keep you updated on the situation. Material is Material is for versus day 2. Hey, Eyes. Another Eyes here. Love it. Love the support. Day 2. Oh, yeah. The material. Yeah, yeah. If you want to hang on to it. If you don't want to touch your T11s as soon as they come out, like, how do you not want to get your hands on it and push it? But, yeah, day 2. So, in the future, it'll be good to know that you could use it in versus for day 2. But for those out there, you can't do anything with it anyway. So when they first come out, let this be your warning. Like, don't bother. If you can unlock them the following day, you can use it on day 2 for versus for the material in the core and just push all of that material tomorrow instead. Then that'll be good to do. And believe me, there's nothing for you to do until day 2 anyway. So let this be your warning video that you might as well hold on and wait. There's no reason to push. If I get to do it over again, I mean, I'm able to show you here so you can see it first when it comes out. And I have plenty for tomorrow for versus. Tomorrow versus is a save day for us anyway. But yeah, we have. Yeah, we're at 30%. So I'm going to have to do 100% and 100% for these as they come out. I'm not sure that's even going to happen in a single week. But I will let you know from a calculations perspective how long it is for 24 hours for me for tomorrow. Kind of just do a quick update video for you at that point to give you a status on how far I was able to make it within that time period. And then I'll probably try to do... I mean, the problem, I could try to do some math to figure out how long it's going to take in that period, but honestly, it's difficult to do when I don't know what the increases are. These increases may increase as we move forward, so you can take it best guess. As you can see, though, it does lift your hero attack, so my team's got stronger here. The hero attributes. Oh, here we go. Unit attributes gain research. Can boost hero and squad attributes in battles calculated using the hero and squad, the highest mark size. Okay. So your unit attack bonus 160%. Your hero mark size is 551. Hero mark size 1.4k. Unit attack still equals 1.4k. The defense and the morale will increase to see your unit morale can increase as well. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, so right now, attributes 1.6. Unit base morale 15. Although, we'll see if this is for it. This is for the base morale. So look at that. It lifted me up. That lifted me up around, I think, if you remember what my teams were, I think I was 70.5. So I think I gained 1 million on my squads from that. Or at least 500,000. It went up. Maybe it's 500,000. Maybe I was 71. And it went up to 71. And yeah. Remember I told you earlier I was 71, right? On my main team. So I went up a half. I went up a 500,000. My squad. On every team. On every squad. Went up 500,000. I mean, listen, like, in a vacuum, it doesn't really matter, right? So, in a vacuum, whatever. Oh, Vader, you're only 34% on the helmet? Oh, okay. So I did the helmet completed, and I'm 30% on the. I'm 30% on the body armor. Interesting. Huh. Okay. No, either way. All right. Well, with that, folks, I'm not going to hold you here again. I will continue to give you updates. It is going to be pretty tedious, to say the least, at this point as we move forward. So I will give you one last challenge just for the heck of it. But that is all Yeah, it's a defeat. But all right, so I will give you update videos as you go. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been wonderful as always for those that join. And I will speak to you more tomorrow. I'll answer more questions, and we'll certainly have a couple video releases for tomorrow as well. All right. With that, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Talk to you soon. QB18 out.